Never worked out while I was there. That was in August outdoor. The horse did not. Years, but not every year. So that people, it's a nice bonus, but it's not expected. And like we were talking about, if people want to put a picture on their phone when they come from the line, that's great. Yeah, less animals who are present in body or in spirit. All right, I got to look over the script. Oh. I could speak to you better if I turned my microphone on, so I have done that now. Good morning. Welcome to this worship service at the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Salem. I am the Reverend Monica Jacobson. I use she, her pronouns, and I serve this congregation as minister. I am so grateful you have chosen to join us for worship this morning. Whether you are here in the sanctuary, whether you are joining us online through the magic of the internet, it requires people choosing to come and be part of this community in order for a congregation to exist. So you are very, very welcome. You are also welcome if you are a special four-legged or otherwise non-human guest this morning. I see some little paws waving at me. That's delightful. We gather this morning, as always, as a community of seekers, all of us searching for wisdom and inspiration to help us to live lives of meaning. We gather together always to wonder at life's mysteries, to grieve during life's hardships, to give and receive care, to express ourselves vocally as needed, and to share gratitude for life's gifts. You are welcome here just as you are. Whatever beliefs sustain you, whomever you love, however you understand and express your identities, and in every way, you are still becoming the person you will be. Today, we are worshiping as an all-ages and multi-species community. That means that if you notice that wherever you are sitting, it would be easier for you or your four-legged companion, if you were to relocate slightly, feel free to do so when you need to. Sarah and I will be fine. You will not throw off our groove by getting up and choosing a different seat. Go ahead and do what you need to do to be comfortable and present this morning. And now, let us take a good deep breath together. Feel the air come in and fill your body. Feel it go out. Know that you are here in this gathering and not anywhere else. Whatever is happening on the news will wait. Whatever is on your to-do list can take care of itself for an hour as we gather to share this time for strengthening, for connecting, and for blessing. Come, let us worship together. Please rise in body, in voice, or in spirit for our gathering hymn number 175. We celebrate the web of life. It will be on the screen, and you're welcome to take out a hymnal.
We celebrate the web of life, its magnitude we sing, for we can see divinity in every
Good morning. To bless something is to invite the sacred within us and around us to be shown. It is a sign of the grace and love that surrounds us in our daily lives, and to be grateful for the many forms it takes. May we feel blessed as we say our affirmation together. Love is our doctrine. Compassion is our way. Here we seek to create a joyful home for free religious exploration, build a community of caring fellowship, nurture the hopes, and serve the needs of our world. Each week, we light 3 chalices. The first is for this congregation, friends and members of the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Salem. The second chalice we light is for our Unitarian Partner Church in Shumafalva, Transylvania, Romania, where 4 of our congregants have just returned. I don't see them here today, which means that they think it's, 8 o'clock at night. Sounds good. And the third we light for our children and youth, both in religious education as well as the world at large. These chalices represent all life and the inner light that glows within, connecting all beings, human beings, and our furry, feathered, scaly, non-human beings. Please join me in singing the Flame into Life. Rise up, O flame, high thy light glow, show to us beauty, vision, and joy.
Each Sunday, I surprise the tech people by speaking when they think I'm not going to speak. Each Sunday, we pause in our service to share a time for all ages, a time for everyone to enter in together into an act of contemplation or wonder or sharing. And today, our time for all ages is the construction together of a memorial altar to remember all the animal companions of our lives who are no longer living, but whose love remains present in our hearts always. So Molly Brown, our Director of Lifespan Religious Education, is going to join me up here. We will be available for anybody who would like a little assistance in lighting a candle, anybody who needs a chance to go through and choose one of these little hearts that represent the animal you are remembering today. And of course, if you have brought pictures, collars, toys, sweaters, whatever you might have brought to remember your animal companion, we will help get everything arranged on the table so that together we make a tableau of the love that never leaves us, even though our animals may no longer be living presences in our lives. David is going to give us a little music, and you're welcome to come as you're moved and place your objects. And I will light one more candle for all the other animal companions in our lives who we also come carrying today and every day. Thank you.
Growing up, my brother and I had the usual assortment of pets: budgies, guinea pigs. We even tried a dog briefly. And then there were those goldfish who had the unfortunate experience of being held by me in a car while driving or riding. I was riding, obviously, I was a child, and being tipped over. Nevertheless, then cats entered our house, and our lives were never the same. There was the cat who feigned a hurt paw so that we would pick him up and carry him everywhere. There was the cat who liked to lie in the dollhouse, no doubt disturbing the residents who were living there. There was the cat who swore he wanted a banana, and then when you finally gave it to him, would go, "Gross." There was the cat who learned to tolerate Spindle the hedgehog. There was the cat who apparently planned where he was going to die, got a cat friend to follow him, and the cat friend stayed with him until we found him. There was the travel cat who liked to ride in the car and sit up when we got to a destination that he knew. All these cats I would identify as a Damien. A Damien is a type of fictional being in the Philip Pullman fantasy trilogy, His Dark Materials. I learned about this trilogy through the 2007 movie, The Golden Compass. Essentially, Damiens are the external physical manifestation of a person's inner self or soul through the form of an animal. The idea intrigued me, and possibly one day I will actually read this trilogy. After writing this, I went and ordered it, so it should be coming soon. Now I live with little Miss Graypaws, Missy for short, who at 14 plus years has finally decided that one can get off a lap without going 60 miles an hour. Although she still has been known to jump into a bowl of hummus on the table, surprising both herself and the humans involved. And she gets cranky if I don't go to bed on time. I've never had a cat longer than 14 years, but Missy has been blessed here at UUCS for a few years, usually through an avatar of some sort. So maybe that's going to help. I will love her for as long as I have her and know that I'm blessed. And I try not to worry and know that after her, I will find a new Damien, the one who will care for my inner soul.
Sarah. Let us join in singing together a song about the interdependence and interconnection of all life, from those animals who connect with our inner souls to all the wild beings that we share this earth with. The words are printed in your order of service. They're on the slide. I'm going to sing it through once for you and then invite you to join in singing together. We are the flow. We are the ebb. We are the weavers. We are the web. We are the flow. We are the ebb. We are the weavers. We are the web. We are the flow. We are the ebb. We are the weavers. We are the web. We are the flow. Add harmony if you're moved to do so. We are the weavers. We are the web. We are the flow. We are the ebb. We are the weavers. We are the web. We are the flow. We are the ebb. We are the weavers, we are the web. Twice more. We are the flow, we are the ebb. We are the weavers, we are the web. We are the flow, we are the ebb. We are the weavers, we are the web. As we remember that we are all a part of the web, let us hold together this truth that we weave and we connect across species. And to help us hold some of our connections, Annie Jocelyn from our Lifelines Lay Ministry team will come and share joys and sorrows.
Good morning. My name is Annie Jocelyn, and I am honored to be one of your Lifeline Lay ministers. Today we have 3 joys, and I have no sorrows on this very exciting Sunday morning. First, just to acknowledge all of our lovely friends, we are excited to welcome all of the beautiful animals with us today, both in person and in our hearts. Second, from Jan Bautista, we have a joy. After a long and exhausting job search, this week I have been hired by Willamette Vital Health as a volunteer coordinator. I am very grateful for a successful interview and for getting the offer. And finally, for the month of October, we have 5 birthdays. I'm doing this today as a joy. Kids, we always thank you for joining us, and your presence here is always loved. I have some cards. If I call your name and you are here, I would love it if you came up and got it. I have Jack Walterman. Is Jack here? Or Kieran? Or Felix? I know Emily's here. Happy birthday, Emily. Emily, how old are you today? You're 8. Very cool. And then I have Reed. Oh, is this Felix? Felix. Hi, Felix. There you go. Happy birthday. How old are you? He's 3. Happy birthday, Felix. Nice. And then is Reed here? Is there anyone that I missed that would like to come and get a birthday card? I did hear that we have a very important birthday today that we need to acknowledge. Carrie Lynn is one of our helpers every Sunday without fail back in RE. Thank you, Carrie Lynn. And finally, we light one more candle for joys and sorrows felt in anyone's heart that remain unspoken. Lifeline Lay Ministers are fellow members of the congregation who extend ministry to members and friends of our church who are experiencing loss, illness, or any type of personal crisis. You can reach us at the Hanneman Hall after service every Sunday. You can identify us by our stoles and badges, and you can contact us at the email on the back of your order of service. Thank you to everyone who posted any joys and sorrows today for sharing. Thank you.
To follow on the joy of blessing and celebrating our animal companions, please join me in a spirit of reflection, of meditation, of prayer, as we share these words from the Reverend Gary Kowalski. We give thanks for the animals who live close to nature, who remind us of the sanctities of birth and death, who do not trouble their lives with foreboding or grief, who let go each moment as it passes, and accept each new one as it comes, with serenity and grace. Enable us to walk in beauty as they do, at one with the turning seasons, welcoming the sunrise and at peace with sunset. and we hallow the memory of good friends now departed, who loved abundantly and in their time were loved, who freely gave us their affection and loyalty. Let us not be anxious for tomorrow, but ask only that kindness and gratitude fill our hearts day by day into the passing years. Let us share a few moments in silence.
Where my free spirit onward leads, well, there shall be my way. By my own light illumined, I've journeyed night and day. My time-worn cloak I wear, as once I wore my youth. I celebrate life's mystery. I celebrate death's truth. My family is not confined to mother, mate, and child, but it includes all creatures, be tame or be they wild. My family upon this earth includes all living things, on land or in the ocean deep, or borne aloft on wings. The ever-spinning universe, well, there shall be my home. I sing and spin within it, as though this life I roam. Eternity is hard to ken, and harder still is this. A human life, when truly seen, is briefer than a kiss.
This is from Mary Roach's book, Fuzz, When Nature Breaks the Law. On June 26, 1659, a representative from 5 towns in a province of northern Italy initiated legal proceedings against caterpillars. The local specimens, went the complaint, were trespassing and pilfering from people's gardens and orchards. A summons was issued, and 5 copies made and nailed to trees in forests adjacent to each town. The caterpillars were ordered to appear in court on the 28th of June at a specified hour, where they would be assigned legal representation. Of course, no caterpillars appeared at the appointed time, but the case went forward anyway. In a surviving document, the court recognizes the rights of caterpillars to live freely and happily, provided this does not, quote, impair the happiness of man, unquote. the judge decreed that the caterpillars be assigned to a plot of alternate land for their sustenance and enjoyment. By the time the details were worked out, the defendants, having pupated, were surely through with their devastations, and all parties, no doubt, left the proceedings satisfied. The case is detailed in an unusual 1906 book, The Criminal Prosecution and Capital Punishment of Animals. When I first paged through it, I wondered if it might be an ambitious hoax. Here were bears formerly excommunicated from the church, slugs given 3 warnings to stop nettling farmers under the penalty of smiting. But the author, a respected historian and linguist, quickly wore me down with a depth of detail gleaned from original documents, 19 of which were reproduced in their original language in a series of appendices. We have the itemized expense report of a French bailiff submitted in 1403, following the murder trial of a pig. Cost of keeping her in jail, 6 sols price. We have writs of ejectment issued to rats and thrust into their barrows. From a 1545 complaint brought by vintners against a species of greenish weevil, we have not only the names of the lawyers, but early examples of that time-honored legal tactic, the stall. As far as I could tell, the proceedings dragged on 8 or 9 months. In any case, longer than the lifespan of a weevil.
Mary Roach frequently takes on nonfiction topics with a great sense of humor. And in this book, she humorously sends up the many and varied unsuccessful attempts by humans to assert human laws and norms over other species. Do you think this has ever succeeded? No, exactly. This has never succeeded, and yet people try. There is often an impulse to do this, not really believing that weevils and caterpillars will pay attention to legal documents, but really to impress the other humans with the might and the power of human law and authority. I don't know that that always works, and I think it leads us down some difficult roads. If our focus is on human might and authority, how easy it becomes to disregard the lives of other species. Instead, I think we are called to turn to the teachings that say humans are one among the great family of species. The Anishinaabe word for this is Nikinagana, all my relations. We are part of this family, not above. In fact, in many indigenous traditions, we are the youngest sibling in the family, perhaps the most clueless, the most in need of some teaching about how to be with others. So when we gather for an animal blessing, first I ask myself, what does it mean for me, for us as humans, to seek to bless members of other species? Barbara Brown Taylor wrote a beautiful book called An Altar in the World about taking practices that come out of the Christian religious tradition and understanding them in our daily lives. And she has written this about the practice of blessings. I think the best way to discover what pronouncing blessings is all about is to pronounce a few. The practice itself will teach you what you need to know. You can start with anything you like. Even a stick lying on the ground will do. She says the first thing to do is to pay attention to it. Did you make the stick? No, you did not. The stick has its own story. If you have time to figure out what kind of tree it came from, that could be a good place to start. it is important to remember that it is only a stick in the same way that you are only a human. There is more to both of you than that. If you look at the stick long enough, she adds, you are bound to start making it a character in your story. It will start to remind you of someone you know or a piece of furniture you saw at the thrift store. And there's nothing wrong with this except that they take you away from the stick and back to yourself. To pronounce a blessing on something, it is important to see it as it is. So in our relationships to animals, to mammals, to birds, to reptiles, to fish, to those with whom we share some categories, like primate or terrestrial or omnivorous, and to those from whom we are very different, we are called to see them as they are, not only through the lens of our own story, but as living beings with stories of their own. We must be attentive in order to bless. Barbara Brown Taylor goes on to say, through the centuries, people who are practiced at pronouncing blessings have come to some common wisdom, which they have laid down for the rest of us, following along behind them. The first piece of wisdom is that a blessing does not confer holiness. The holiness is already there. A creature does not need your help to make it holy, but you can help yourself recognize the holiness of this other being through an act of blessing. And the second piece of wisdom about pronouncing blessings, which is directly related to the first, is that the practice requires you to ease up on any desire you may have to hold the line between good and bad. Once you get into the blessing business, she says, you have to give up thinking that you are smart enough to know the difference between the two. You simply bless and recognize the gift of this presence. So in that spirit, we celebrate an animal blessing, not because we as humans are somehow above or better than, we are one member of the family of species, but because it is good for us to pause, to be attentive, to recognize the holiness in every living thing. In that spirit, if you have brought an animal companion with you today, you will have a chance to line up the center aisle. Sarah and I will both be up here to offer blessings. If you have brought an object that represents an animal companion in your life, you're welcome to bring the object. And because we live in the 21st century, if what you have handy is a picture on your phone, we can bless animals digitally these days. So feel free to make a line up the center aisle, and David is going to give us some music while we share this ritual. Thank you to all of you who have come forward to bless, to be blessed, to recognize the holiness in each other.
We give and support UUCS through our pledges, time, and connections with one another. We support the Salem community through donations to the Marion Polk Food Share by placing items in the little red wagon that's coming forward. And for the month of October, we support the Salem for Refugees organization, rebuilding lives one person and family at a time. Their mission is to provide high-quality services to our new neighbors here in Salem. They need your help in accomplishing their mission of empowering refugees to thrive. So let's make that happen. Besides placing donations in the little red wagon, you may place donations in the offertory bags that are being passed, or you may go online to support. Thank you so much. Please join me in saying the words for giving thanks. To the work of this congregation, which is weaving a tapestry of love and action, we dedicate our many gifts, including these offerings. Blessed be. Reverend Monica grabs the social justice candle and takes a light from our chalice to light it as a symbolic reminder of our inner light that shines in everything we do in our daily lives. As the flames are released, know that your inner flame is steady through the love you give and receive. Follow wants to stay lit.
Just a couple announcements. The first is that next Sunday, we are going to have either our first in a long time or maybe our first ever fire drill on a Sunday morning. We do not want anyone worried that it is an actual fire. It is not an actual fire, it is a drill. For obvious reasons, we chose not to do it on this Sunday. Seemed like a higher level of difficulty than we were ready for. So just know that when you join us for worship next Sunday, there will be a fire drill as part of the service. Do not be alarmed. Ha ha, thank you. Carrie Lynn with the courtesy laugh. I appreciate it. Also next Sunday, following the service, the transitions group will be putting on a workshop about the experience of change. Whether you are experiencing change within this congregation or change more broadly conceived, we hope you will come and join us. We will be reflecting on change within this congregation, particularly in the workshop, but there will be things you can take out and reflect on in many ways. And at the end of October, on the last Saturday, which is the 25th, we will once again be hosting a trunk or treat in our parking lot. Molly is coordinating volunteers for this. We need folks to help staff the event. We need people to bring candy to make sure there's enough to go around. So you will be able to visit the sign-up sheets in the fellowship hall during coffee hour or find the link in your email to sign up and be part of this fun, festive, and welcoming event. And if you have young ones in your life who want a safe and welcoming place to trick or treat, bring them on down. Last Saturday in October. As always, there's plenty going on. You'll find some of it on the back of your order of service, some of it in your email in the Friday announcements, and you can always ask somebody, hey, what do you know about what's going on? What are you excited to be involved with? There are many ways to connect, and we hope you'll join us in whatever ways are right for you. And now, to close out our time of blessing and worship, I invite you to rise in body, in voice, or in spirit for hymn number 1066, O Brother Sun. You can find it in the teal hymnal. You can find it projected on the slides. You can simply listen or hum, whatever is right for you.
O brother sun, you bring us light all shining round in fiery might. O sister moon, you heal and bless, your beauty shines in tenderness. O
please remain standing, touching elbows, hands, or gesturing, and join me in saying these closing words. May faith in the Spirit of life, hope for the community of earth, and love for the sacred in one another be ours now and in all the days to come. Blessed be.